You ever meet someone and they just have this natural authority? Well, in Vedic astrology, one of the biggest reasons for that is this powerhouse placement. The sun in the first house for Scorpio Ascendant. If this is in your chart, you've basically got an astrological crown. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that means. And here's why it's so incredibly potent. It creates what's known as a Raj Yoga. A Raj Yoga is literally a royal union of planets. It's an astrological signature that promises immense power, high status, and a whole lot of success. Yeah, it's basically a stamp in your cosmic passport for a kingly destiny. All right, so what's the secret recipe? What are the cosmic mechanics at play that make this specific combination just so unbelievably powerful? Let's dive in. Okay, this is where it gets really cool. For anyone with a Scorpio ascendant, the sun is the natural ruler of your 10th house. That's your house of career, reputation, and your public standing. Now, take that powerhouse sun and place it in your first house, the house of your core self, your personality, your identity. It's like your entire being gets fused with your career. Who you are is what you do. And there's another crucial layer to this. The sun is a natural friend of Mars, and Mars, of course, is the planet that rules Scorpio. So think of it like a powerful king visiting the kingdom of his best friend and most trusted ally. There's this incredible synergy that just amplifies all the good stuff. The sun feels right at home, ready to shine at its absolute brightest. So you've got all this intense, cosmic power just buzzing in your first house. What kind of person does that actually create? Let's get into the core identity this placement gives you. The results are honestly pretty spectacular. These people are often brilliant, with a natural, unshakable courage and a deep-seated confidence that just radiates from them. And since the sun also represents the father, this can mean you get some major support from your dad, sometimes even property or an inheritance. Professionally, this all translates into gaining prestige, recognition, and yeah, a very healthy income. This quote just nails it, right? People with this placement don't have to demand respect. They just command it by walking into a room. It's not arrogance, it's just this quiet, powerful confidence that people pick up on instantly. It is the absolute hallmark of a natural-born leader. Okay, so we've got the personality down. But what about the rest of your life? How does this solar power shape things like your relationships, your health, and even the timing of your big breaks? Let's take a look. So from its throne in the first house, the sun is casting this intense, direct spotlight right across the chart onto your 7th house. Now, the 7th house is the domain of marriage, of business partnerships, really all of your significant one-on-one relationships. And having a planet as powerful as the sun shining its high beams right there, well, that's going to have a major impact. So, that intense solar glare, what on earth does that mean for your marriage and partnerships? Well, it can be a bit of a double-edged sword. The intense heat of the sun can sometimes cause a delay in marriage. But, and this is a big but, when you do tie the knot, it often points to a partner who is a powerhouse in their own right, someone who embodies those solar qualities, confident, a leader, well-respected, and maybe even in a position of authority. So you might wait a little longer, but you're waiting for a pretty incredible partner. Looking at a few other key areas, that solar fire can sometimes crank up the heat in your digestive system, so that's something to watch. On the creative front, because the planet of action is right there in the house of self-expression, it can give you a real talent for writing or poetry. And finally, timing is everything. The most powerful results from this placement are really going to kick in during the sun's Mahadasha or Antradasha. Think of these as the moments when the sun gets the microphone in your life. But wait, there's more. The sun is rarely a solo act in a chart. So what happens when other planets crash the party in the first house? Well, this is where things get really personalized. Okay, this chart gives us a fantastic cheat sheet. And wow, each planet totally changes the game. You pair the sun with the moon, you can get extreme fortune. Throw Mars in there, you get that king-like courage. Add Mercury, and you've got the mind of a politician. But look what happens when you pair it with a challenging planet like Rahu. You might get stubbornness or conflicts with authority. You can see how it's not a one-size-fits-all thing at all. Let's just zoom in on two really different examples here. You combine the sun with Mars, the ruler of Scorpio itself, and you get the ultimate archetype of the king. It's all about action, raw courage, and being in charge. But if you combine that same sun with Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, the whole energy shifts. You get the guru.
That authority isn't about ruling a kingdom anymore, it's about guiding people with wisdom. Same raw power, two totally different, incredible expressions.
So when you boil it all down, having the sun in the first house as a Scorpio ascendant, it's like you're handed a crown at birth. The potential for authority, for confidence, for a really great destiny, it's all baked in. The real question, the one only you can answer, is how are you going to choose to wear it? Will you be the king, the guru, the artist? The power is all yours.